Do you still say pause?
Like in certain instances, yeah, everybody still you.
What
It just be. Let me tell you,
what
cause it
age?
just
What?
because let me say it just like it just like it just certain things just it just don't sound right when you just saying it
Yeah.
around like you know what I'm saying. Like it gets to a point where it gets out of hand to where we like yo we can't you can't say certain like I remember we was at the Waffle House in Atlanta, and my cousin say, instead of the turkey bacon, I want the sausage, and everybody's like, pause, pause. It was like you can't even
Hey,
say
yo.
sausage, you
Yeah,
can't
right.
say food, you can't
Yeah. Yeah.
like, and that's why that's the like you like it gets out of hand, and
It
you got
does.
it serves its purpose, but it's just like
Yeah. I think after a certain age, that.
yeah,
Yeah. Like.
it's like it do it. Sometimes you might say something to come out the wrong way.
Right. Naturally.
You know what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying?
saying?
You be
Like.
like, nah, pause. Like
Yeah.
it just. But some people go overboard with it. But that's not my everything day. I just kind of be on point of what I'm saying. But yeah, we still play pause. Not even play pause. We still say pause to certain things.
It's not an interview. It's a conversation. UNKASA.
It wasn't that. It was a big load of money that was even given. You know,
Right.
Shice got a lump sum of money that he was doing for his projects as Purple City Production. He was the CEO of the company. Me, I signed the solo deal. When I when once my budget was cleared and open, I was controlling my own budget. With my advance, the 17,000 or whatever I got up front, that was for promotion, recording, producers. So you got to take that little bit of money and make an album, basically. So you ain't got super producers. You dealing with producers that's dope, but they don't got a name for themselves. So they hoping to make a name for themselves with you. You know what I'm saying? So I can only afford probably give you $1,000 a track, $1,500 a track, or give you a point off the album or something like that. But that's how it was. It wasn't no $100,000 recording budget. It was 17,000. I had to live off that, record with that, travel off that, until I turned in my album and got the back end from that. People sign to record labels because they can't do it on their own. And this is coming in the game not being educated about the music business. See, once I educated myself about the music business and started learning about point splits, independent promotions, um, just per diems, just everything that got to do with the business, I got a better perspective of how this business is ran. So now it ain't no reason for me to be mad or no bitter, because if I sign a contract and it don't work, that's on me, because I know how this game is. The contract is for them to control you. You are their investment. You know what I'm saying? So when you sign a contract, that's an obligation to the record company. And if you sign that contract, whatever that contract states, that's what you gotta abide by. Me, I'm not abiding by nobody's rules. It's either a partnership or I do this shit by myself. For now, for a person to get next to me and want to do some music or want me to, it gotta be a partnership. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be broken down to where we doing a partnership. It ain't you eating off me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lease you a piece of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lease you space on my property. And once that obligation is up and I fulfill my obligations to that, we gonna renegotiate. And that's just simple. The people don't understand. You don't you get what you negotiate. And that's why I was just concerned about being creative and being an artist. I wasn't really concerned about the business. And when the money and everything started coming up, I was like, yo, you know what? That's my fault. Let me step away from being creative and just being an artist, and let me learn the business so somebody can't f me over in this business. So now I'm a little bit more uh, savvy with my business. I'm a little bit more on everything that got to do with me as a brand. You know what I'm saying? UNKASA is a brand. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta work me. You know what I'm saying? I pimp myself. I ain't gonna sign to nobody and let nobody pimp me. I'ma work myself. So far as me signing a contract with somebody, Rarely to none, ever again.
All right. So during the Purple City
Hmm.
um, Dipset era,
Yeah.
at what point did you get your publishing? Like, did you
I
sign
always,
off on it?
I never negotiate my part. I always got my publishing. It was just that when when the Purple City album was put out there, Shice took all the publishing. He took all the rights for the Purple City and then sold the rights. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like,
Wait,
yo,
wait, wait. Break that down, because
I can't explain to you because I wasn't there. Like I said, when he negotiated this deal
yeah.
and whatever rights he signed over, we never got publishing off that. You
Did
know what
you
I'm saying?
sign off on it?
Nah, we never signed off on it. We never signed. We never signed off on it. We
We
ain't
as
have
in
to.
you.
Yeah, we didn't have to. As Shice owned the material, but he owned the masters, so he ain't need us to sign off on anything. These is previous recordings he already owned.
So at that point, you
And
didn't
when
have your
he and
publishing.
no, I had my publishing, but when he registered music, he only registered under Purple City Productions. Get me? So the publishing, whatever the residuals went straight to his publishing. We never seen nothing off that far as publishing. Like residuals off the album. He seen that. That's why I left. Because once I figured out, oh, we're not gonna be getting paid off this, and things gonna be put, how we gonna get paid? So that's where I stepped off and had to figure out the business. You know what I'm saying? When your business not right, you gotta learn the business. You can't just be signing contracts or going off with family or that's my bro. That shit don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why now I'm fully control of
So
Crayon Man
wait,
Publishing.
hold on. So after that, he sold the
Yeah, he sold the rights to the whatever catalog he was gonna do.
like, what was the conversation like
I
after that?
never had a conversation after me me and Shice had a big fallout. So it was never really no conversation. We went on a trip after that. And the things, the reason why things went is because when when they see somebody going to be, when people see you that you're going to be successful and
Well,
they can't,
you was a big part of Purple
yeah.
City. Like,
When the people see
you
you,
are Purple
let me
City.
tell you what the biggest thing in the industry, when like we came from Dipset, right?
Mhm.
Once we got our shine as Purple City, you become a threat because now you're in competition if you want to be in competition or not. Now it's like, who got that shit? Dipset or Purple City. That's how the industry do. We all family. But when the industry and people start getting into these egos, that's when shit start falling apart. See, me, I never came into the game with the ego because I'm a team player. Even if I be benched the whole game, as long as we win the championship, I get a ring. I don't matter.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? If I have to play, I'm a part of the team, and that's how I always played it. But see, in the game, the first thing that they do is divide and conquer. If you can divide and conquer and break up something that's winning to your advantage, that's what mainly happening. And it's up to the person who's involved to either go for that bullshit or stay loyal to whatever you're gonna stay loyal to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Some people are loyal to themselves. You get what I'm saying? And they're not loyal to the situation. So that's where the music business get bitter and sour at when you start to realize we not really friends and you really not my brother and you really don't want my best interests at heart. You know what I'm saying? That's where it goes wrong because these egos build up and your ego by not having an ego can also make things kind of confusing because you trying to wonder where all this energy is coming from. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But in the whole time, like I said, yeah, I was a big part of this movement that we know as Dipset, Purple City, whatever, but I was never appreciated and looked at in that way. Whatever UNKASA did thus far, I had to continuously prove my point. I have to continuously prove myself. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no workers or nobody. This is me. You know what I'm saying? So now, like that, I'm older, and like I said, I know the business a whole lot better than what I did before. I'm not taking no short change. Ain't nobody gonna be able to take nothing from me. Everything that's gonna be mine is gonna be mine, and everything that's owed to me is gonna be paid to me. Simple as that. I don't do no free features, nothing. My time ain't free no more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that time when you so wrapped up in thinking people was family and all that, you overlook the business until it's time to pay your rent or it's time to look at your bank account, and then you wondering like, this shit is called a music business, not music friends, not music family, music business. So before you get into this music, get on top of the business of it so you know where your dividends and your revenue is coming from.
Right, right. Yeah, because at any point, right, if anybody that surrounds you say, let me teach you the business, or
Like,
would you say, I want to learn the business?
no, yeah, you got people that give you advice. Like, I always knew certain things about the business, but sometimes, like I said, when things are moving fast, you overlook the business because at the end of the day, you having fun. You creative. You just want to rhyme. You want to be known. You know what I'm saying? It just be like you basically at that time. A lot of like we ain't come in. I didn't come in of the era of artists being educated. Like these new kids, they are more business savvy than my era can ever be. We was taught to stay dumb and just work. Don't worry about the business. Just work. Be creative.
Here's my thing with that, though. Back in the 90s, early 2000s, right? You're right about a lot of artists not knowing the business, don't want to know the business, but they're surrounded by other dudes that are pushing Benz at mansions. Where's mine? If you're doing the same work, putting in the same work, where's mine?
And that's where things get cloudy when you start looking up and you still taking public transportation and your records is rocking and you looking at the numbers and the numbers is going crazy and everybody from the A&R to everybody around your project looking good except for you, is something wrong. That's why you got to stay on top of your business. You got to know where the money's coming from. You know what I'm saying? 90% of people money is not coming from record sales. You know how many streams you actually have to stream to make $1, let alone $1,000? People that's in the music business make their money from shows. If you're not getting booked on shows, ain't no such thing as being a rich artist without doing shows. Unless you NBA YoungBoy to where your music stream and you negotiated so many deals to where your shit is just through the roof. Like, see, like with NBA YoungBoy, he got a train to where it just, his shit just running and it's just going up and up and up and up until his decline come. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not one of those artists like that, you got to stay out on the road. That's where your money come from. That's how you get rich, from tours, from endorsements, stuff like that, sponsorships. You're not really making no money from recording in anyway. The first money you see if you sign a record deal is your little advance. And depending on what type of artist you are and what you negotiate, so you say you negotiate $1.5 million deal or something like that, and you lucky if you see 100,000 out of that.
So where's the money?
The money's not controlled by you. It's controlled by everybody. That's why I said everybody got their hand in the cookie jar. That's why.
All right. So you sign for $1 million. They give you 100,000 in advance.
The rest of that goes to promotions, recordings, traveling, sample clearances, everything that has to do with, because people see, let me break it down to you. When you get $1 million record deal, you're not getting a millionaire. You're not a millionaire. What they did was invest $1 million overall, which is your recording budget, samples, features, producers. That is for you to work. Your advance out of $1 million, if you're lucky, you might have an artist that's top notch. You might have a good lawyer that might negotiate you $250,000 cash. You know what I'm saying? And you have $750,000 to record your album with.
What I was trying to figure out is, they give you $100,000,
If that.
right? You're telling me that you have no control over the rest of it. Like, for example, if they tell you we want to spend 100,000 on a video,
Why you think?
you
Why
can't
you
say let's spend 20.
like
Like there's
see,
just no control.
like it depends. Like if you are CEO of the company or something like that, you might have control. So like if I sign a deal now, I'm signing the deal to where I know where every penny is going. Yeah, I spent $100 on eight orders of food. I want to know. I need a receipt for that. I need a receipt for everything. I need to know where it's going down to the smallest detail.
Right.
Because when you got, see, this is what they do. They mind fuck the artists. Once you get your little advance, you not really, you just thinking, oh yeah, I got this to record with. But you might have a foul ass accountant or a foul ass A&R that's taking out females on your budget and writing it up. It's been done. People they because you know when you turn to executive, you get corporate accounts. So it can be like this. Say you're an artist and I'm an exec for Def Jam and you're an artist and you coming in for the week. I could take my corporate card, take you to Mr. Child's, take you shopping, rent you a car, whatever I want to do, and just write it off as artist expense.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, I've interviewed like rappers from our era, and they told me that execs just place them in like high budget recording studio.
Yeah, they.
$500 an
Yeah,
hour.
because they'll see me, and this is
So
what
you're
this is the
telling me-
look. This is what they do, right? And this is how the artists still outsmarted them. It's just like this. Say you a studio owner, and I'm an A&R at the company, and I got control over my artist budget, right? If we friends, you can be like, yo, I'm only gonna charge you $1,000 a session, but we gonna put on the budget, charging $4,000 a session, and we gonna break down $3,000. That's how it is right there. It's all about relationships. Who going if you write up the invoice and saying this is what I spent, that's all I spent on paper. But meanwhile, we just bust down $3,000 extra from this man's budget. But it's going to us. It's not even really going to expense. We paying a short because you my man, but we really breaking down. That's how shit go. That's how it is.
All right.
That's how budgets get misused.
Right.
Just like that.
Right.
It could be as simple as that. I control the budget and you own a studio. Yo, I'm gonna give you 50,000, right? I'm gonna say this is what we spent in your studio. We only really spending 10. Man, you gonna bust down the other 40. That's how shit go. And then the next thing you know, your budget is ate up. And it's not through you. But on paper, everything is legitimate. But through physically or how niggas moving with the budgets and all that, it's not. Right. You get what? That's how people get fucked. That's how people lose money. It's who's controlling the money, who's controlling the budget. Now, say with me, say I do an independent album, say somebody come and be like, yeah, I want to do a one-off album with you, such and such, such and such. I'll be like, all right, cool. What y'all offering, such and such? Is there any advance in there? Say advance me some upfront money, 20 bands, right? What you think I'm gonna do with the 20 bands? I'm gonna go do that same shit. I'm gonna go buy me some studio equipment and I'm gonna charge myself. That's it.
Right.
You gotta learn you gotta manipulate the game too. So y'all think I'm going to a big studio? No, I'm going right to my man's closet. And we gonna bust this money down and he gonna write the invoice and I'm gonna send that back to you and I'm gonna get my back end later. That's how Juelz did it. Instead of going to the studios that they want him to go to. No, I'm gonna pay myself. So, or instead of spending that shit at Sony, we spending that shit at Santana's town. So I see my whole budget.
Smart.
You get what I'm saying?
Definitely. Let's go back to Road to the Riches. When Shiesburg sold
I just found out recently, so I didn't know, once the fallout came, it was over for Purple City for me. So any business that happened after that, I don't know nothing of. That's why I left. It was just like, I was in the blind. I didn't know what was going on I didn't know the...
All right, so I put it as a general question. I've heard stories where rappers make albums, right? And just sell it. When they sell it, is it completely like whoever they sold it to? Own it?
It's like, it's depending on like you selling masters or something. Like, all right, I had a deal, right? Yeah. 2 years ago. It wasn't really a deal, and I never signed the contract for it. It was basically a guy wanted to do a project. He wanted to just attach himself to my name. He gave me a few thousand to record it, right? I controlled everything, from the beats that I want, right, to where I want to record it, how I want to spend the money, all that. Same thing, I told you. I'm charging him this, but this is what I'm giving you, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they give me 5 bands to record the whole album. I'm gonna spend 1,000 on that, and I'm gonna pocket the rest, and I'm gonna make it happen, right? So once I fill my obligation and give you the project that you paid for, once it's in your hands, he can do anything with it, just like what happened. Vanilla Sky 3. No, what was it? Vanilla Sky 3. I did a little deal with this guy, filled my obligation, knocked the album out like in 2 studio sessions. It was only an EP.
When you say a guy, is it like a corporation or just a...
It was a guy. It was a guy that got his production company, a little small company that he put out music. Something that I could have did myself. But like I said, he wanted just to attach this name for clout. So it was like, oh, I'm a part of an UNKASA project. That's all he cared about, nothing else. So we did our little thing, right? I did the music. I sent it back to him. He was in charge of uploading it and the marketing and stuff like that, right? Once the album was uploaded on Apple Music and all that, I gave him 6 songs. When I go look at it, it's 13 songs. So he put whatever the fuck he wanted, even my instrumentals to my beats, to my songs on the album. You know what I did? Take that shit down. That's not the album I gave you. You don't control that. You don't have creative control. You do what the we negotiated. All you do is put it out under your imprint. That's it. You don't put out instrumentals. You ain't pay the producers. You ain't do none of that. These producers gave me the beats. You know what I'm saying? So they now you got they beats up there. Nah, take that shit down. And it up the streams for his imprint. You know what I did? Had him take that shit down. This is not what we negotiated on. He apologized. I was like, yo, you fucking up my whole rollout. Cause for weeks I'm promoting it. And I'm like, yo, this shit drop on Christmas Day. So now I got a bunch of people like, yo, where's the link? Where's the link? Where's the link? Instead of just leaving it up, catching the streams, I said, take that shit down. This shit gonna fuck up your imprint. It ain't gonna fuck up mine, cause I know how to control my fans. So what I did was made new artwork, cause and I know this was all God. I'm very spiritual on the higher power. This is all God's plan. Once he did the bullshit with the project, right, I immediately made him take it down. I already had previous artwork before that somebody sent me. It was like, yo, I think this should be for Vanilla Sky 3. But I already had my heart set on this artwork about this old picture from my block. So that was so I took that down, right? He can come in, right? So I'm gonna come in. He took that down. So all I did was uploaded new art on my Instagram with my Cash App. And I said, if y'all want Vanilla Sky, y'all gotta pay $20 and I'll send you the artwork and the songs through an email file. Once I did that, I made sure that it was taken out for Apple Music. It's on no streaming sites. The only way you can get Vanilla Sky 3 on that day was through me. So I'm like, I posted the new cover, posted my Cash App. Next thing I know, bing, 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 bing. Like, to where my phone got fucking frozen because too many Cash Apps was coming through. Next thing I know, after I rebooted my phone, it was like maybe $1,400 in Cash Apps. Some people was like, I don't even want the album, I'm just supporting, but if you send it, this is my email. So I'm sitting there, all I had to do was post up my Cash App, tell them what to do, they Cash App me the money with their email, copy, paste the email, put it in, send a file. Copy and paste the email, send a file, send a file, send a file, send a file, send a file. Next thing I know, I'm counting all the emails. I done sold over 500 copies. Something that I probably wouldn't have never did with a record label. And all the money's coming to me. So let's do the math right now. Just do 500 times $20.
That's a lot of money. Who's good with math? $10.
10 bands. Then the previous week, I probably sold another 50, 60 copies. And then some people was like sending me $100, give me 5 files so I could send these. It was just like that. Once I learned direct to consumer, who the fuck need a record label? I made more money off my actual music than I would off a record label or streams. I just made $10,000 from me. So it's just like, if you got a hat and I want it, paying you the $20. And that's how I treated my music. Yo, come get that shit from me. We ain't going to no streaming sites. We ain't going nothing. This shit is going straight from my email to your email. And that's how that's how it was like. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to do it on a better way, in a bigger and better way. Direct to consumer. Straight come to my website. You want my music, come copy from me. You ain't gotta go to Apple Music and all that.
All right, so let me add on to that. You're a young OG, right? I realized that whenever rappers from back in the days are trying to drop a project, they're too focused on keeping up with the young boy, worried about numbers. Is that something you worried about?
No, I never worried about numbers. Never worry about numbers. My music is for the people that with me. My music is not for everybody. My music is exactly for my fans. If it don't resonate to you, it's not for you. I make music for people that with UNKASA. You know what I'm saying? And that's a large amount of people. There's no way you can go in the United States with me and not one person not know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show me that I've touched ground out here. I've put in my work. I don't have to sell 1 million copies. I can sell 500 copies and make $10,000. I can sell 1,000 copies and make $20,000. That's a down payment on a house. That's rent for a year in some places. What do I need a record deal for? So y'all can cut me a check just to tap. They'll cut me a check just to tap into my revenue. So we're gonna give him 5. Well, we gonna make 15 or hell no. I'm gonna make that 15 that y'all think y'all gonna make off of me. I'm gonna make that shit myself. That's what the business is, direct to consumer. I tell all artists, a record label, get your buzz up, get your weight up, get you a website, go direct to consumer. Simple.
When you drop a project, do you have expectations?
No, no. It's gonna reach who it's gonna reach, and the people that it reached, that's the people that is supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a big system or a machine. My music is gonna reach who it's gonna reach, and it's gonna be shared. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for the instant gratification. I don't care if I don't care if it takes 2-3 years to pop off. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's out there. I got, you know what I'm saying? None of my projects, except the Babygrande one that they wasn't supposed to put out, was on streaming sites. If you want my catalog, you gotta come to me to get it. Simple. That's how I control my money. You know what I'm saying? It's about direct to consumer. There's no way nobody can jerk me or nothing because the money comes straight to me.
Right.
And then you just pay taxes on that shit. That's it.
All right, let's talk about a touchy subject. You can pass on it if you want. When Juelz was going through his issue.
No comment. I know this is a young man's game, but it's still guys out here that's still playing the sports.
Say that, man?
They say it because, like, and it's not. It's not
because everybody thinks we don't buy music anymore.
See, the thing is, right, what's so about that stigma, right, is that we don't consume music in the fashion that we once did. We want to feel it, tangible, read the inserts, shit like that. It's nothing tangible. It's no substance to the music no more. After you hear it, you digest it, it's gone. You want something. It's just like a TV dinner. Might taste good, might smell good, but you're not full. You get what I'm saying? We want the full course meal, and how you get the full course meal, you gotta gradually step into what you're putting out. Going to direct to consumer, like the money's good, cool, we're gonna make the money, but who are you reaching? Are you pushing the culture? Who are you inspiring? See, when I put out music, I'm just there to inspire. When I put out a freestyle, and somebody go to my comments and they quote what I said, that was to inspire. When I put out a new piece of clothing and somebody buy it or somebody like it, or you supporting me don't even means you have to even purchase nothing from me. Just supporting it, liking it, saying it's dope. Your acknowledgement is enough payment for me. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing that an artist hates about his art is for his art to be overlooked. As long as my work is not overlooked, I don't mind being an underdog. I don't mind being underrated. Because being underrated, that means I'm super great. That's why I tell people that's underrated, that means they don't fully know how great you is. So it's still time for them. So that's why I love to be. I never want to be where Juelz was at or Cam, because if I would have fell, look what the expectations would be. Now my expectations is just growing more and more and more, because people never got to see me sprout. You know what I'm saying? So I can be 50 years old spitting that shit when I've been a rapper since I was in my early teens. But it might take me to where I'm 47 to catch my accolade or what people feel I deserve. It's no age limit to making it.
What you think is the problem why you haven't, gotten your just due?
It's a plethora of things, man. It's a plethora of things. You know what I'm saying? It's just a plethora of things. I can't even just pinpoint one thing. It's just like, but one thing for sure, two things for sure, I'm a fucking legend.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping on that. Like, I'm not tripping on what props nobody can give me.
You can't say Harlem without saying UNKASA.
You fucking right, and people try, but we already know, like I said, it's a plethora of things. It's really not no support there. It's always been hating, all that type of shit. But I got Guys like T.I., when they see me, they salute me. Guys like Jay-Z, Jeezy, Raekwon the Chef, Dave East. Niggas respect my shit. Niggas know I'm fucking beast. My pen ain't nothing to be played with. Long as I'm getting respect from my peers, I can give a fuck about a Valonious fan, because the fans is wishy-washy. They love you today and they gone tomorrow. The real people, I don't even call them fans. The ones that's been with me way before the Diplomat intro, when I was just dropping mixtapes and recording in the most shittiest joints, and they was buying my CD for $5 to $10. Those are the people that I make music for. I feel some type of way if I lose them, but long as they satisfied, long as the true, if I'm on Dipset or Asshole Records, they gonna come fuck with me. See, this is the mirage that people got in their mind. Who fuck with you? Simple. I'm not worried about the fans I don't got, because my fan base grow every day. If I get 2 new subscribers on my new YouTube, that's 2 more people I didn't know last week. And I make sure all my information is informative. See, I did an interview and they asked me that same question that I said no comment on, because people take out of context of what you be saying, and they don't take the good out of it. They always want to. So I just stopped commenting on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just stopped. I have a platform where I speak about things, but I'm speaking about it from my perspective. So if y'all take it the wrong way, you just have a comprehension problem, because I'm saying it's clear and it's positive. I can possibly say it.
Do you and Juelz still have a relationship?
I haven't really spoken to Juelz in like almost 3-4 years. I wish him all the best. I love him. I've always been.
How did it get to that point though? Y'all was so close.
Yeah, like I say, egos, man. Egos and life. Life be lifing, bro. Sometimes people in your life for a reason or for a season. You know what I'm saying? Lifetime. You know what I'm saying? It's no. I don't have no harsh feelings to him. I have no quarrels with him. But some people just grow apart, man. Some people be fighting their own demons. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own demons they fight. You know what I'm saying? So.
I consider friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my brother. I love him.
Yeah.
Like I said, but the love didn't change because me and him don't speak. My love ain't changed.
Right.
You might dislike a person. You might not f with a person, but if you truly love somebody, that love never go nowhere. You just gotta love him from a distance. You know what I'm saying? I wish him all the best with his endeavors or whatever he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I wish him all the best. And I know he's one of my greatest inspirations still this day. Juelz is that nigga. He's always gonna be that nigga in my eyes. I done traveled the world with that man. I know him. I know his kids. I know his moms. I know his dad. God bless his soul. I know his brothers. I know his family. I know his heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if Juelz want to conquer the rap game again, he can, and he will, if that's what he wants to do. But you know, man, I don't even look at the music business the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it as just feeding my fan base. Music, I don't give a I'm never gonna stop rapping. I can be 60 years old. If I feel like I want to put out a rap, I'm gonna put out a rap.